We demanded the arrest of the DCI because he lied on oath under the IG, as well as Mr. Lagat himself, and they be prosecuted, and those, of course, who are associated with the murder of Ojwang.
Welcome back to Havana Media. My name is Celestine Wendia. I'll be your host for today. And we will be talking about the death of Albert Ojwang. Today, the Office of Director of Public Prosecution went ahead and said that the OCS, Samson Talam, was the one responsible for paying the technician 3,000 shillings to tamper with the CCTV cameras in Central Police Station. Now, remember, IPOA was supposed to use the CCTV footage as crucial evidence to tell who exactly is responsible for the death of Albert Ojwang. And today, the CS of Internal Security, Murkomen Kipchumba, he went ahead and said that calling for the arrest of DIG Eliud Lagat is not necessarily the step that is supposed to be taken. He said, we will cross that bridge when we get there.
Thank you very much. First, let me say that on the question of the first question by Eric was in relation to the role of the DIG in the question of the issue to do with the murder of Mr. Albert Ojwang. I'd like to say that, and whether or not he should resign. I'd like to say that the investigations, as I've already said earlier, are going on with IPOA. IPOA is doing its part in terms of investigations. DIG Lagat is a seasoned police officer who understands what it takes to carry out matters of investigations and where or whether or not his conduct or act or position can affect that investigations. And I think we will cross the bridge when we reach there. When there is closer relationship between the investigation that IPOA is doing and what he considers to be an interference, I think we will cross that bridge when we reach there. At the moment, let's leave the IPOA to do its part, but also the DIG himself to assess the extent of his involvement based on the investigations that are going, or his position vis-a-vis the investigations, and then make that decision when we cross there. I'd not like to be the CS who will make that decision for him. It is important that that is achieved, the threshold of the investigations, where it is, and whether or not the DIG will see that his position or position in office is going to interfere with that investigation. I'm sure when that threshold is achieved, we will cross that bridge when.
Remember, a lot of Kenyans are calling for the arrest of Eliud Lagat because he is the one who complained from the start that Albert was publishing information about him online, and people have been saying he is supposed to take responsibility. But CS Kipchumba Murkomen went ahead and said that is not a bridge we are crossing right now. He knows what is needed from him during the investigation. And my question is, does he? Because it seems like these leaders are so focused on taking Kenyans on a world tour rather than giving them the information that they are asking or taking the steps to investigate. Kenyans are saying that Eliud Lagat should be investigated because he played a part in the death of Albert Ojwang. But the leaders up there seem to want to protect him rather than bring him to justice, rather than ask accountability from him, rather than ask what exactly happened, rather than have him release a statement or tell his side of the story. They are just assuring Kenyans that accountability is going to be taken. And Kenyans are afraid that some other officers are going to take the fall for Eliud Lagat. What do you think? Do you think that the government is shielding Eliud Lagat? Because remember, former Chief Justice David Maraga went ahead and said that he should be arrested. he should not even be roaming free, because first of all, they gave the wrong information to the public. They said that Albert had banged his head in the cell a couple of times. And now they came again and said that is not what happened after different events were told or different stories came up. And he said they had sworn under the oath, and therefore they are supposed to take accountability for lying. They should be arrested right now. But so far, what can we see? And he also went ahead and said President William Ruto's stance on the death of Albert Ojwang shows that he is not willing to take sides. He is not willing to give a statement that his move was just another publicity stunt where he doesn't want the public to hate him, where he wants the public to say he sympathized with them, but he is not actively calling out those who are involved.
Says we demanded the arrest of the DCI because he lied on oath, and the DIG, as well as Mr. Lagat himself, and they be prosecuted, and those, of course, who are associated with the murder of Ojwang. To be clear, we support the efforts of the other Kenyans who have already petitioned for private prosecution, and if no action is taken, we will join them and come up even with fresh charges against them, and we demand that this be done on or before the 25th of June this year. If that is not done, we will formally come out and join those efforts and demand for private prosecution. You know, the law provides for that. If the DPP or the agencies don't want to take that action, we are not left helpless. We can demand for private prosecution.
And Kipchumba Murkomen going ahead to say a couple of times that we will cross the bridge when we get there is just showing that leaders do not want their fellow friends arrested, because the number of times that he said that statement shows that he does not want justice to be served. He has been going on about how they are not going to shield anyone who is responsible for the death of Albert Ojwang. But if that was the case, remember the OCS Samson Talam was appearing in court today. But the question is, he played a part, that is, in hiring someone to delete the CCTV footage. He is appearing in court. He has been arrested. Eliud Lagat said that information about him was published online, and that's why Albert Ojwang was taken from his home in Homabay. Yet, Eliud Lagat is roaming free, while others are working in courts trying to say they are not guilty. The question is, who will the blame go to? Because it seems the government is not keen on finding justice. It feels it is rather a move to take Kenyans in circles while not giving justice at all. What do you think? And Kenyans have broken their backs so much last year, this year, asking for justice, calling for different things, but it seems like leaders are not willing to give that. But come 2027, when the tables are reversed, we will see who will be keen to serve the people then. Thank you for watching Havana Media. I have been your host, Celestine Wendia.